This notice to vacate is not an eviction. It may also be called a notice of termination. We don't need to move out just because we received this from our landlord, and we are not breaking the law by not moving out. This is simply a demand to reclaim the property because they said we broke the lease. It is the first step in eviction. If our landlord wants to evict us, they must give us proper notice and follow the correct steps in the legal process. Here's what I have to do now. If I have any questions or need more information, I can call the Austin Tenants Council. The notice must have the date it was posted. It must have the correct address. It must be addressed to me, the person who actually lives here and is on the lease, and it must be signed. These are 3 ways we are supposed to receive the notice. It must be posted on the inside of the front entrance door, it must be hand-delivered, or it must be sent by mail. If I have any questions, I can call the Austin Tenants Council. Since the notice didn't say why I have to move out, I'm going to find out what's going on. What I have to do is respond in writing to the landlord, owner, or manager. Here are the ways to do that. It may be too late to respond by mail, but I know that email by itself is not enough. I'm going to send it by certified mail, and I'm going to take a picture of the letter and email it to my landlord. If I haven't heard anything and I haven't moved out, I need to call the Justice of Peace Court and see if my case has been filed, and if so, get ready to go to the JP Court. I can find the number online, or I can call the Austin Tenants Council for the number. If we do not move out by the deadline in the notice, the landlord must file an eviction suit with the Justice of the Peace Court in the precinct where we live. The citation will set a hearing date, which must be 10 to 21 days after the landlord files it. The service of the eviction citation must be delivered at least 6 days before the day set for the trial. It must include the date of when it's posted. I have to make sure that it's signed. The landlord cannot remove us or our stuff until the eviction process is completed, unless we abandon the property. I need to gather up all of my paperwork. For me, that will be receipts. For you, it may be other papers or letters. The trial is held on the date and the time stated in the citation. No written answer is required in justice court.
Is there a legal reason for not paying rent?
I expect to have the opportunity to present my materials. I will be sure to be professional and only discuss relevant topics. The landlord must appear before the Justice of the Peace on trial date and be prepared to present their case. I will also be called upon to speak. I can call Austin Tenants Council for help preparing for court. The judge will make a final decision and sign a judgment stating which of us is entitled to possession of the home. We should always request a copy of the final judgment from the court clerk. It's extremely important for me to go to the eviction court hearing and present my side of the story, even if I've decided to and agree to move out. Having an eviction on my record can often make finding future housing more difficult, and I want to do everything I can to resolve things without an eviction on my record.